Hello lovelies, this is Tuesday and wanted to bring you another scrapbook process video, and this is using my Scraptastic kit from June, best day of my life, the kit and the add-on, and then I just pulled in a few things from my stash that I thought would go well. I don't end up using it all though, and of course, this is another layout using my lovely daughter London as my muse. And so pinks and yellows and girly colors are a must. Although pink and yellow is not her favorite, but they're mine, so I guess I get to pull rank there. And I am doing well with the kit, so I don't know why my video is having trouble adjusting or struggling to focus some. I think because the angle it's at, the top part of my arms have a tendency to go in front of it and it tries to focus on that. I did use one of the Heidi Swap file folders and it matched very, very well. And I wanted to do a bunch of journaling about London so that I could put this in my VIP album. And part of it is about her personality as far as her humor and trying to be funny, and she just doesn't mind looking silly or acting silly, or even though she's just gorgeous, that's never mattered to her as much as being funny and being liked for that. And so she's kind of unusual. I guess everybody deals with things differently, but she has taught me to laugh and be silly and enjoy. Although she can be very black and white on a lot of subjects, she does wake up in the morning singing, and she will do the strangest little costumes for no reason, just because it's fun. And she'll take all these selfies of herself, and she'll go to school in her pajamas, and it's all to be funny. So, and she's obsessed with mustaches, so I thought that's for certain have to go in the album. So she has taught me how to just be silly and enjoy, and I love that about her. The fabric washi that you see there, it's actually it is a fabric, so I wouldn't call it washi, but it's a fabric tape, and then I just use some of the Doodlebug, and it's called Bumblebee Swiss Dot washi. The details was just a tab that I had cut off of one of those We Are Memory Keepers little tags, and because I wanted the bottom, and so I had that left over, and I thought that it complemented this paper well. And I did use several of the little Oh Darlin' die cuts and the Heidi Swap favorite things. I used one of those. Let's see, the tab that you saw, I just punched with my Stampin' Up! Punch that makes a tab folder, and that was a scrap piece of paper I pulled. And the little heart there with the mustache on it, I thought I had several elements with mustaches, but apparently I don't. I guess I've used them up. I've been really, since my spending freeze, I've been doing really well on going through things. I'm actually, well, I feel like I'm low on flair, and I never feel that way. So whenever I do buy some stuff, I'm going to have to buy flair. I can't believe it. But anyway, the mustache heart was from Recollections, I believe. It was one of theirs, in a collection. I'm trying to see what it was called. I think it's Vintage Collector by DCWV. I got, and so it's not Recollections. I think I got it at Michael's though. And the paper clip is just one I made on one of my Let's Play videos. I just made a bunch of little clips with ribbons and washi. And I thought it matched well, and I wanted to use up some of those. The acetate of the camera was from my stash, and so was the other acetate, like the doily circle. And the flare was from my stash, and those 3 flare came from a variety of places. I couldn't even tell you. And right now I'm using some of those little tiny, it's a baby font and sticker set, and I'm trying to remember where it's from. It's been a few days. I apologize. It is Sunday, my down day, so I'm kind of quiet and mellow and trying to catch up on videos. I actually have that font. Ah, yes, it is Authentique, and it is called Delightful Elements. It's from 2011. So I'd use that on another layout, and I'm just using it to spell out, I mustache you a question. And I used the little wooden question marks that I've had for a while. And they came in that set, I think it's Studio Calico, with the hashtags and the typewriters and the at signs. And I just took some of my color box ink in pink, and then the Versamark ink in polar blue, and I painted the wood with that ink, and then heat set it because it's a pigment. It wasn't going to set up, or I think maybe the Versa Blue is a chalk, but anyway, it wasn't drying, so. I also used the cork elements that had question marks. I thought it would be a good chance to use up a bunch of question marks. And the cork symbols were in a set from Studio Calico. Oh, there you see those little wood veneers. I was looking to see if there was any more question marks, because I thought, well, I'll just use them up. And here I'm going through my Oh Darling vellum from crepe paper. And if you watch my videos, you know I struggle with vellum elements. I just don't know why. I thought that little blue, well, okay, so I pulled a bunch of the hearts, and then the little blue flower, I thought kind of offset the color of that details tab and the question marks. I decided that the most ladylike was kind of going to be funny, but it was just too big. It was bigger than the pictures, so couldn't find a place for the bow. Used a bunch of the little hearts, of course, because, you know, I can put hearts on anything. Absolutely anything. The asterisks were from my Freckled Fawn kit from June. And I've been using those on this Scraptastic kit quite a bit. So I've made good use of it. I kind of use them in conjunction. They seem to play off of each other very well. And I don't usually have to pull in much else. But I'm getting low on my kit, and so now's the time when I start to pull in some things more than usual. These enamel dots came in the kit, and they're from My Mind's Eye, and they are, I think they're Lost and Found 3. And the Bella Boulevard tab I did end up using because I thought it went well, and it says something to the effect of, you may mean the world, well, I can't even remember how it says. You may mean the world Oh, shoot. Let me grab it. I'm sure everyone knows this phrase. That's the only other mustache that I had, but the colors were off. Let's see, it says, to the world you may be one person, but to one person you may be the world. So I feel very much that way about my girls. I should just hold these while I'm narrating them because it's so much easier to look on the page. I don't know why I don't do that. I do that when I'm like loading them to different sites. So I don't know why I don't do it when I narrate. The Merci came in the kit, and it's an acetate from the Heidi Swap die cuts, and the color matched perfectly. I thought it was very appropriate to go with the mustache. And I'm just looking through my kit dies. As she came by and said, "Oh, I love the diamonds. I love them. I love them. I love them." And, you know, I just couldn't figure a way to make diamonds work on this page, so I'll try to incorporate them on a layout very soon, because that is her request. And the Oh Darlin' bows I pulled off of their clothespins, because I can't ever seem to use clothespins unless I put them right on top like I did that paper clip. And I glued it on, and then I'll also use one of the fabric bows from the kit. Pretty sure I pull in one of those because it kind of works with the color. And that's a little, those tickets are, they're so cute. I wanted to use it on there so bad. I do end up using it on the next layout, but those tickets are also in the acetate. So there is some up close. And, ooh, that one's blurry, but I think I show part of the layout again. And there's my title. The title turned out teeny tiners, but oh well. Can't always have a huge title, I guess. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed it, and I appreciate you watching. Oh, of course, I went around everything with my Sakura pen, now that I'm looking at it, so just in case you thought I had forgotten. Of course not. I think one of the last pictures you'll see is the journaling. So that's it for now. And I will load another video soon. I'll talk to you later. Ta-ta for now. Bye.